So here I am in Miami, Florida. I'm going to see what history there is to be found in the Sunshine State. Join me.
Elon Musk's crazy new Cybertruck from Tesla is a beast of a vehicle that has half an eye on the eccentric billionaire's quest to colonize Mars. But there are mysteries and non-mechanical monsters still to be unravelled here on Earth. We took to combining the two with a Cybertruck trip to the alleged territory of the historic cryptid known as the Skunk Ape. So, firstly, what is the Skunk Ape and what is its history? Well, in short, think Bigfoot in the Everglades, but there is more to the story of this mythical mangrove monster. There are unsubstantiated claims that local Seminole and Miccosukee Native Americans have a long tradition of a creature allegedly called the Esti-Kapkaki, or Tall Man. This was, according to the claims, a foul-smelling, hairy ape-like creature that stalked the swamps of Florida. There have been sporadic sightings in the neighbouring southeastern states of Georgia and Alabama, but the creature is most closely associated with the Sunshine State. The first recorded sighting took place in northern Florida in what is now Apalachicola in Franklin County. This incident dates to 1818, where local newspapers reported a man-sized monkey had been raiding food stores and stalking fishermen along the shore. But most encounters, and the most intriguing ones of recent history, have taken place in the southern part of the state. Sightings have been reported in urban and suburban areas of Broward and Dade counties. We visited Fort Lauderdale and other locations across South Florida in the search and spoke to locals about the skunk ape, but to no avail. So it was time, obviously, to look further afield.
So after looking through the suburbs, it's now time to get into the Cybertruck from this suburban part of Florida and head into more exotic climes in the search for the skunk ape.
That more exotic location is the site of one of the most intriguing accounts of the skunk ape, Key Largo. Between July and September 1977, a series of incredible events transpired on the island. The incidents began when Vietnam War veteran and former police officer Charles Stockman and his 13-year-old son Charlie were out searching for rare bottles among the mangroves growing behind their home, which was located around 30 yards off the overseas highway. Stockman lived in the Florida Keys territory with his wife Leslie and their 3 children. While rummaging around twisted roots of the red mangroves along the shoreline, Stockman and his son had a close encounter with the beast. He said, "I think I startled it. It was way ahead, a dark hairy patch. It sort of stayed there, like a deer does when the wind shifts and it catches your scent, but it stunk awful, like a dog that hasn't been bathed in a year and suddenly gets rained on. The skunk ape was 8 or 9 feet tall and must have weighed around 500 pounds. He added, "It had a huge head and shoulders, long fur all over, and stunk like a dirty wet dog. The noise he made was a high-pitched wailing noise." Further terrifying sightings allegedly took place, leading to Mrs. Stockman fleeing the family home and heading north to Homestead. Mr. Stockman was said to have remained behind for a while in an unsuccessful attempt to bring down the beast with bullets. But, despite the family's claims, evidence of the sightings remained scant. We conducted a search of the area and spoke to locals at restaurants and dive bars who were fairly perplexed by our inquiries. I inspected shell middens near a fishery, themselves a subject of debate. Shell middens may have been part of ritual midden mounds constructed by ancient inhabitants who practiced a mound-building culture. But depositional sequences and the transient nature of the so-called building materials at these sites present difficulties in determining their chronology. There is also the very high chance that these were just dumped from the fishery over the road. Another historical mystery from this part of the USA. I also delved into dense foliage looking for anything unusual, but, perhaps unsurprisingly, found nothing that would indicate the presence of a large wild ape. So, why the Cybertruck? Well, this is the least mysterious element of this quest. I was on vacation, as American viewers would call it, visiting a friend who lives in Florida, and is one of the first to take possession of one of the impressive electric vehicles. It was certainly a neat way to traverse this fascinating landscape. Despite Elon Musk's technology, however, we did not succeed in seeing the legendary skunk ape. And, as I mentioned, most locals I spoke to had never heard of the creature. It seems that, if this pungent, shaggy-haired animal ever existed, it might now have passed on into extinction or legend. Unlike other famous US cryptids like the Mothman, Jersey Devil, Bigfoot and Chupacabra, however, this mythical beast has drifted further into obscurity rather than maintaining its notoriety. I definitely heard something here though. Skunk ape doing the backstroke, large fish, or a hiding gator, we'll never know. But the skunk ape remains an intriguing case in the bizarre history of the United States, and is a case of modern folklore. So what do you think? Was or is the skunk ape a real creature known for a vast expanse of time by Native Americans, or a crazy story of mass hysteria that has spanned just a couple of centuries? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and most importantly subscribe. And you can also support the channel on Subscribestar via the link in the description, or via YouTube Super Thanks. Thanks for watching! This is the first in a series of Florida history and folklore videos, so please subscribe and press the bell button to stay notified to make sure to catch the next one. Bye for now.